This looks like the kind of shell someone would pick up without thinking. Beautiful pattern, perfect cone shape, small enough to fit in your hand. But if the animal inside is still alive, that shell may be hiding one of the strangest weapons in the ocean. Not teeth, not claws, a harpoon loaded with venom. And the scariest part is this. The danger does not look like a predator. It looks like a souvenir. Welcome to Dark Tide Files, and this is the case of the shell that hides a deadly harpoon. Most ocean dangers announce themselves. A shark has a fin, a jellyfish has tentacles, but a cone snail? It looks like something harmless lying in the sand. The mistake is assuming the shell is empty. To a person who picks one up, it can become a medical emergency. The animal inside is slow and soft. It cannot chase like a shark. So evolution gave it a weapon built for speed. Inside the cone snail is a venom system that sounds almost impossible for such a small animal. It has a modified tooth, a hollow, needle-like structure. Scientists call it a radula tooth, but in simple terms, it works like a miniature harpoon. The snail loads this tooth with venom. Then it extends a flexible tube from its body, and when prey gets close enough, the harpoon fires. This is not a normal bite. It is more like a venom syringe shot from inside a shell. For a fish, that strike can mean sudden paralysis. For the snail, it solves a huge problem. How does a slow animal catch something faster than itself? It does not chase the fish, it stops the fish. Imagine a fish swimming across a reef, but the cone snail does not hunt by speed. It hunts by precision. Some fish-hunting cone snails wait with part of their body extended, hidden in the sand or reef. The fish comes close. The snail senses it. Then the harpoon launches. The cone snail can even hold on to prey with the harpoon system, pulling the stunned animal back toward the shell. That is what makes this creature so disturbing. It does not need to look dangerous. It only needs one moment close enough to strike. But the harpoon is only half the story. The real horror is the venom. It's not one poison, but a chemical library of toxins that target nerves and muscles, interrupting signals that tell the body to move or even function. Different mixtures are used for hunting or defense, and while humans aren't prey if a hand becomes a threat, the snail will use its defense system anyway. In nature, venom is expensive. Animals do not waste it without reason. Cone snails use venom to capture prey, but some research shows they can also switch venom strategy depending on whether they are hunting or defending themselves. That matters because defensive venom can be especially dangerous. A predator, a hand, a foot, a person lifting it from the sand. That is when the hidden shell becomes a loaded weapon. And because the shell looks beautiful, people may do the exact thing they should never do. They pick it up. But in the ocean, beauty can be camouflage. Cone snail stings in humans are rare. Most people will never encounter one. But rare does not mean harmless. Severe cone snail envenomation can cause symptoms that go far beyond pain: numbness, weakness, trouble moving, paralysis. And in the worst cases, breathing can become the emergency. That is why the danger is taken seriously by divers and marine safety experts. Because there is no simple anti-venom that instantly reverses the sting. Doctors have to support the body. They may need to help with breathing. They may need to monitor the nervous system. They may need to keep the person alive while the venom's effects pass. That is the terrifying part. The shell may be small, the sting may happen fast, but the consequences can become much bigger than the animal itself. But this case has one more twist. The same venom that makes cone snails dangerous has also helped scientists study pain. Cone snail venom peptides inspired ziconotide, also known as Prialt, a drug used for severe chronic pain in specific medical settings. That means this shell holds two completely different stories. To prey, it is a trap. To a careless hand, it can be a threat. But to scientists, it is a map. A map of how nerves communicate. A map of how pain signals travel. A map that may help medicine understand the body in ways normal drugs cannot. That is the strange power of the cone snail. It is both danger and discovery, weapon and medicine, a silent hunter hiding inside something beautiful. So the next time you see a perfect shell in shallow water, remember this case. The most dangerous thing on the beach is not always the biggest animal. It is not always the one with teeth. It is not always moving toward you. Sometimes it is still, silent, patterned like art, waiting half buried in the sand. A shell that looks empty. A hunter that is not. A harpoon you cannot see. And venom you do not want to test. Subscribe to Dark Tide Files before the next file opens, because the ocean's secrets are usually seen too late.